Yo, don't miss out on future shenanigans, while at the same time no up ahead anything video related. I will be appearing on these other sites. Be sure to follow. Also, support the channel over at Patreon for just $1 a month. Come on down to the description box and you will find the links. Hopefully things are going well for you. And another thing I gotta say here is that hopefully you are beating out that summer sun very well. So yeah, you're beating out that summer sun. Good for you. Get that fan up. Get the breeze blowing in your face. Do you have some cold water to dip into? Do you want to take cold showers? Take your cold showers. Take your goddamn cold showers. Are you lucky enough to get rain? That's right, if you're lucky enough to get rain, you're lucky enough to get rain where you're from. I figured we would go ahead and have this video happen on my channel because I really want to talk about the discount sales. And I know the 4th of July has passed, but however, this has been like an ongoing issue. It's like, yeah, many people are going to bring that up, but unfortunately there is no excuse because you have the Sony and Xbox catching up to it. And I want to talk about the discount sales on the Nintendo Switch eShop because even during the 4th of July, they've been really meh. I mean, I've been seeing third-party titles, and yeah, there are some third-party titles worth getting into. If you want to get it on the go, that's pretty much good for you. I will admire there are some big name titles that did got some good discounts, and I do admit that. But however, a lot of the time, and this is where those good for you deals I mentioned become a rare occasion. And I'll pull up the eShop. I am on the eShop right now, and I am not seeing. Well, there's 20% off in Mortal Redneck, but however, if you bought the game during the Steam sale over on PC, you got a really lucky discount. So that's that kind of, I know it, I don't know, that kind of does say something. It does really depend if the Switch version released later, like really later, then that would make sense. Okay, so the 14th of okay. Oh, it released on. Okay, well, can't defend that. And then there's Fedric for 49 cents. Fedric 2, okay. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. I'm not seeing anything that kind of like sparks it up like, ooh, okay, that sounds good. I mean, and another thing I gotta mention here, I did not see any first-party titles. Okay, so when we're talking about the Nintendo Switch, we have that one big crazy thing where everybody's flipping out. I know Review Tech USA covered that. However, I do see that it's been, it's like just only a few Switches out of it. If there's more and more, I think it's kind of like where you're gonna start being concerned. Basically, it's kind of like what Review Tech USA said on his video discussing that thing. We have the issue where Nintendo's plastic casing on the Switch would crack due to heat. That can be a thing, so we have that issue, but another thing to keep in mind around here is that we're having the lackluster sales on the eShop. And yeah, I don't see any first-party titles and not any worthy third-party titles I would like to play on the Switch. There is not a lot of it. And yeah, I know we have the little gold coins if we were to buy it on the eShop. I am pretty much well aware of that. So that way, when it comes to those gold coins, we can use those gold coins to pretty much cut down the price of it, which is pretty good. But however, we end up relying overly on the reward system because there hasn't been a single good eShop sale on there. And I know the console released last year in 2017. I discussed this with someone, and somebody did say, "Oh yeah, it just released last year." Yeah, I do understand that, but however, you have Sony and Microsoft catching up to Steam, and pretty much when you have Steam that's pulling out summer sales and pulling out these daily deals, and you have Sony and Microsoft competing, this is where you're kind of going to need to jump in on that boat, and I do gotta say, you do really need to jump in on that bloody boat. I also started noticing something when it comes to the eShop. When you buy the games from the eShop, you get more gold points than you were to get when you buy physical copies of Nintendo Switch games. It's like, oh, you only get like 50. You get like 50 gold coins when I registered in Breath of the Wild. I went ahead and pre-ordered me Shining Resonance Refrain, so that way I could play it at home and then play it on the go. Figured I got the Switch version because of that idea. Why not? Figured get that, and the next thing you know, I got like around a couple hundred gold coins for that. So it's like, okay, so when I kind of like registered, I got like, if I remember, 20 to 50. So if you were to like to buy the physical copy, you get way less. It's like you're more encouraged to go and buy from the eShop. Actually, as a matter of fact, I do love the comfort of buying the games physical. You can pretty much get away with that when it comes to games because you won't need to have install size and all that, but however, that's beginning to change because you notice games like Wolfenstein 2 and games like NBA 2K and Resident Evil Revelations where you do need to be connected to the internet and you do need SD card space for the sake of your Switch. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead because a question just popped up in my head. I'm gonna go ahead and cut myself off here, and I'm gonna end up asking myself this question because it just popped up in my head. Okay, so here's this what if scenario. You don't have an SD card in your Nintendo Switch, but you do have some leftover memory to spare in your internal storage on the Switch. Can you use that internal storage, or do you still have to plug in an SD card? That is the question I am asking myself right now, and that's something I do really need to look into. However, that doesn't hide the fact that you get more and you're encouraged more to go and buy the games from the Nintendo eShop. If you want your gold coins, buy directly from the eShop. Because I have tried a third-party store that offered download codes, and that's how I got Mario Odyssey. So I got my little code through the email, I hit the code in, I redeemed, and I downloaded my copy. I did not get my gold coins. So, however, I would have gotten my gold coins had I bought Mario Odyssey directly from the eShop. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say that. I decided to put this up ahead, say this up ahead, just to let you guys know. I did not get my gold coins. Somehow, I don't know what happened, but I didn't get any gold coins. But, however, it is more safe to buy directly from the eShop. So, yeah. You either punch in your codes from your eShop cards, or you just punch in your credit card number, and as long as you're buying directly from the Nintendo eShop, you'll be getting your gold coins. So, however, from this point on, we're kind of stuck trying to create our own discounts of desire through those Nintendo eShop gold coins. But however, that's not going to hide the fact that the Nintendo Switch deals are very, very lackluster. And really, I have said this, and I have said this again. Of course, yes, I do understand that it launched, the Nintendo Switch itself released last year. However, and I'm gonna say this, there is no excuse when you have Sony and Microsoft playing catch-up, and you have Steam going big on their summer sales. So you have to play that catch up. Okay, it's either play catch up or I don't know. Because you can't be having your customers overly rely on those damn gold coins. Because here's the thing. What if somebody wants to conserve memory by buying a physical copy version? Okay? Or somebody finds a physical copy version that's like discounted compared to the eShop version, and that's gotten that good discount for the physical version. Hey, I'm gonna get that physical version and go to town with that physical version. Okay? That's something. So you gotta do better in discounts. Especially if you're trying to push for people to buy from the eShop more. Anyway, that is all. I'll be looking forward to you in the next video.